Today you will be reading an article, and while you are reading the article, you will be annotating for nonfiction big question number 1, which is, what surprised me? You will be annotating using this symbol right here, which is an exclamation point. Anything that is new or suspicious, if there's any clarifying information that helped you understand something better, or if you read a different perspective you'd never thought of before, you should underline, circle, and mark it with an exclamation point. If you don't find yourself surprised by any information, then think about what might surprise somebody else. You can also write why that surprised you in your annotations as well. This article is called Animal Research, Essential to Medical Innovations by Paula Clifford. Day in and day out, health studies in animals provide critical new insights that improve both human and veterinary medicine. This ethical, regulated scientific research is a cornerstone of healthcare innovation, but it is being threatened by activists who would like to replace Dr. Francis Collins, the longtime and highly respected director of the National Institutes of Health, with an ideologue. An ideologue is someone who sticks to an ideology and is uncompromising, meaning they do not give in. Dr. Collins, who recently stepped down after 12 years on the job, deserves a round of applause from all Americans. During his tenure, he initiated major efforts to combat cancer and to increase understanding of the human brain, along with more than 600 diseases that plague this critical organ. Plague means to cause continuous trouble. He launched a groundbreaking initiative to expand precision medicine. He worked hard to address long-standing diversity issues within his agency and to eliminate racial bias within biomedical research. And last but certainly not least, he guided the NIH through the period when we needed it most, the initial stages of COVID-19 pandemic, when the world was desperate for treatments and vaccines. After more than a decade on the job, spanning 3 presidential administrations, no one can blame Dr. Collins for vacating his high-pressure post. But now it's time for our lawmakers to act. They should appoint a replacement who, like Dr. Collins, allows scientific data and expertise to guide the way we improve health and combat disease. However, there's a chance this may not happen. Several animal rights groups, including the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, are aggressively lobbying our lawmakers to ignore the health experts. They want the White House to select an ideologue who rejects proven scientific methods and research practices that happen to include the study of animals. These groups have repeatedly and falsely portrayed animal research as outdated and no longer necessary. Nothing could be further from the truth. Here are just a few recent examples of breakthroughs that depended on animal research. Scientists have demonstrated in mice that spinal cord repair is possible using an injectable compound that initiates nerve regrowth, offering hope to paralyzed individuals around the globe. Scientists have also developed, through animal studies, a compound that targets one specific protein found almost exclusively in prostate cancer cells, giving them the ability to guide radioactive particles to blast cancer cells while leaving normal cells alone. Here's another major advancement many people likely missed due to COVID-19. In late 2020, the FDA approved a new method to repair a common injury, an anterior cruciate ligament or ACL tear, using a new approach that was developed in animal models. The procedure involves the placement of a protein-based sponge that ignites regrowth of the patient's own tissue. It sounds like science fiction, but it's real, and we have animal studies to thank for it. Then, of course, there are the vaccines. A recent paper published by the Journal of American Medical Association estimates that COVID-19 vaccines prevented more than 240,000 deaths in a 6-month period alone between December 2020 and June 2021. During that same time period, an estimated 1.1 million hospitalizations were avoided and 14 million infections halted. And the most powerful coronavirus vaccines so far, the Moderna and Pfizer shots, are based on an entirely new platform that has never been used before, one that would not exist today without critical proof of concept studies in the 1990s in rodents. These are just a handful of examples of the continued need for animal studies. Dr. Collins recognized this important fact. It is essential that the next person chosen to fill his shoes does so as well.